Hey guys, okay, so we have to follow our instincts. We have to follow our instincts. I am pretty much a loner. I don't reach out to people that often. I don't make the first move. Hey, why don't we exchange numbers? Why don't we go out sometime? I don't do that. Um, I just don't. One of my friends, we were best friends for many years. She's relocated and got remarried and all this other. Um, but she reached out to me. She lived cat a corner from my house. She reached out to me, and then we became friends for many years. And my other best friend, yes, you can have more than one. Um, we worked together with troubled kids, troubled teenagers, and we just clicked. I can't explain it. I've never had a friend like her ever again, ever since I lost her. She died of cancer. So I don't reach out to people. I don't initiate because rejection doesn't feel cool and it should happen on its own. You should click with that, excuse me, with that person. You should just click naturally. It should be as comfortable as trying on a pair of shoes that are meant for you. It should be that natural and that organic. And I don't like to, because I have an empathetic nature, I don't like to reach out and offer help either to people because a lot of times people don't want the help. They will complain and complain and complain. Sometimes they will cry, they will get emotional, but when you try to provide them a soft landing, they don't want that. Now, logically, that would make me think, well, if somebody reaches out to you after you do all that and then you push them away, why bother? Why tell people? Why get emotional about it? Why? Because on one hand, you want the support, but you want the support on your terms with who you want it from, not whoever's going to be in your corner, but you want it from only certain people and everybody else needs to kick rocks. Well, then shut up about what's going on with you. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm just keeping it real. Don't sit here and, go through something that is crushing, that is devastating, that is soul wrenching, because I've been through this, where I lost a pet before. So let me tell you where I'm going with all this and where all this is coming from. So I follow your instincts. Oh my God, follow your instincts. If your gut is telling you, don't give this person your number, don't reach out to them, you need to pay attention to that. And I didn't, and I regret it, and I fixed it. Okay, I fixed it. Trust me, I fixed it. So this person is there. They found out, I talked about this the other day. They found out that their dog has metastatic cancer throughout her entire body. She's a German short hair pointer, I believe is what it's called. Um, and he is beyond crushed. And something told me, do not give him your number. And I did anyways. Myself and another person extended, to be there for him. However, however, when I reached out to him, he'll respond, but he doesn't really want, I'm not in the group that he wants support from. Here's my thing. If I'm crushed and devastated, and people are trying to be there for me. I'm not going to have the attitude, well, only certain people can help me through this. I'll take the help from wherever I can get it from, unless I just despise you, then you can definitely get out of here. But so far as other people wanting to be there in my corner, I will accept the help. I'm not going to be, if you need help, you need help. You're not going to be, well, I only want certain people. He doesn't come out and say that, but he's very receptive to certain people and very non-receptive to others. Do you need the help or you don't? Okay? Now, here's some background about this person. And he told me again for the second time, there will not be a third time. Oh, I appreciate the support and the friendship, but I really prefer to be alone, but thanks. I told him one more thing about his vehicle that could be wrong with it because my friend told me and I told him. And after that, I said, no problem. Blocked him and cut him out of my phone. Get the fuck out of here. I get icy cold because I don't reach out to people. So if I do, you should consider yourself special. And I'm not trying to be snooty. I'm just saying you should consider yourself special because I don't freaking do that because I don't like people. Okay? If I like you or if I want to reach out to you, that's a big deal because I don't. Okay? Here's a little backstory about him. His family comes from money. A lot of money. His sister is a veterinarian, and his dad was a pathologist. His mom, I don't know exactly what she did, but his family comes from money. He's got beef with them too. And they offered him money, I think it was for the holidays or something, and he's so pissed off at them that he sent the money back to them, which is such a slap in the face. But I don't know the family history. I don't know the dynamics. I don't know what caused him to be so resentful of them. And his mom is in the hospital now, and she has lung cancer. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm going to be transparent with y'all because I'm not perfect. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I'm thinking to myself, well, what's he getting all stressed out about that for? He don't even like his mother. Okay? Okay. Yeah. People really pissed me off. And another thing is he feels the need he drives way too fast. Some of the people have said that where we go hang out at. And he loves being drunk. And he loves being high. And he loves telling everybody how he likes to be blasted and how he loves toting on a blunt. He don't word it like that, but he loves getting high. That's not normally somebody that I consider someone I want to be there for or become friends with because you can't survive without a crutch. That's not how I roll. And what is it that you're running from that you got to be drunk out of your mind all the time? And you got to tell everybody, you got to brag to the whole world. Oh, I love getting high. I love getting drunk. I was so smashed. He can't wait to show off and brag about that. And he's made comments like, if I die, it's not a big deal. I don't want to live a long life anyway. And it's just bizarre. So I know he's going through a lot. And I know there's resentment regarding his family. I don't know what it's all about. I don't get involved with that. That's none of my Kool-Aid. But one thing that I have been through is the loss of a pet. And it is soul-wrenching. It is soul-wrenching. That is the only reason that I reached out to him. So to get sand kicked in my face, Now, he doesn't want to be alone and deal with it alone, because if he wanted to deal with it alone, he wouldn't come to a public place where all of us are and make it a point to show everybody how upset he is. Why would you do that if you really don't want support? Well, so on one hand, he wants support, but on the other hand, he only wants it from certain people. I never did nothing to him. And I don't agree with his lifestyle, but he's grown. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do. If he wants to do self-destructive behavior and one day he wants to drive 100 miles an hour and get wrapped around a tree, that is his choice. That is definitely a choice that he can make. But knowing that I didn't have any real support through the loss of a pet, I wanted to be there for someone else who is going through that. But certain people he's never going to be tired of. He has a guy friend who has been his friend for many, many years. He does not mind being with him, hanging with him, and working with him. They work together. He don't mind getting support from him. He don't mind getting support from other people. But certain people, your support is not welcome. Okay, well, fuck it. Deal with it by yourself. I blocked him on my phone without another word. I'm not going to just take you out of my phone. I'm going to block you. Because you kicked sand in my face when I didn't have to be there for you. I don't have to be there for you. There's nothing in it for me. There ain't a god dang flipping thing in it for me. So what I'm basically getting at is some people, because he has destructive behaviors and because he doesn't mind the possibility of getting cirrhosis of the liver because he can't stop fucking drinking, and because he has to be smoke pot constantly so he doesn't have to think and he doesn't have to face himself. That is just who he is. His thought process is not logical, but his behavior is not logical either. And some people really, I'm going to go there. I don't give a shit. I'm going to go there. Some people want to be self-destructive. They like it. They want it. And don't you dare stop them. And don't give them support, because if you are not in the specific support group with certain people only, you don't need to be over here supporting me. You need to go away because you're not the select group of people that I like to have support from. I deal with everything alone. I deal with everything alone. That's a freaking lie. No, he does not. He hangs with certain people and he's up their face and has been up their face ever since he got this news about his dog. So stop lying. I didn't say that, but I'm thinking it. Stop lying. I deal with everything by myself. No, the hell you don't. But I'm not in the select group. I don't have the, the special decoder ring or the code to the door or whatever it is. You know what? Look, this is why I don't reach out to people, because if they are on a destructive trajectory, they don't want you to step in. Now, I don't intervene with that. Like I said, if he wants to be wrapped around a tree one day and dead, look, that's your choice. You're a grown-ass person. You have every right to do that. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to be in your car because you like to be drunk and drive 100 miles an hour. So I don't think dying in a car accident is sexy. I just don't. But we have to, if we go above and beyond and we do something that we don't normally do, and we support someone that we normally wouldn't, but we can relate to their pain, and then they turn around and kick you in the face, that never feels good. That absolutely never feels good. And he's using the excuse that everything is going bad. My car's not working right. My dog, I've got my problem with my dog. My mom's in the hospital, and I don't have nothing nice to say. You know what? Again, he wants support from only certain people. If he doesn't want your particular support, he runs the line of, I deal with everything alone. I don't really like people supporting me. And that's not true. That's not true. I've seen you be up other people's faces before. I don't say that because I'm not trying to get into an argument with his ass. But I'm done. I severed ties. I'm done. I'm done. I might talk to him when I see him and I might not because fuck you. I'm the nicest person in the world, but when you piss me off and you're obnoxious for no goddamn reason other than you just an asshole, you get to see the cold side. I'm not gonna break my neck to have conversation with him. I'm not. Oh, and he smokes like a chimney too. He just has to have all the vices going on. All the vices. He wants to either die from lung cancer or a car accident or cirrhosis of the liver because these are all the things that he does to encourage that to happen to him. We have to accept the fact that some people, and it's not easy, okay? It's not easy, but we have to accept the fact that some people are their own worst enemy and they're okay being that way. And they may not want your support, but they want support from these people over here, but you are not included in our group. It's just like high school, but worse. Jesus, we're supposed to be adults now. What is happening? Okay. We have to accept that some people are self-destructive and that is how they are. That is how they roll. There's not a damn thing that you can say to stop them from being lost in their life. There's nothing you can say that's going to give them a aha moment. He also said something derogatory about another friend of mine. Oh, I said, when you see him, can you give him my number? Because I want to, I got to bring my car to the shop and this and that and the other. It's just minor stuff that I have to get done. Oh, you talking about, I don't know what he said, how he said something about, he, something like, oh, that lion ass vet, like army vet or whatever. And I said, wow, that wasn't nice. He's just being very hateful. I think this person didn't do nothing to him, but he's not part of the group either, right? These are my buddies. Nobody else is allowed to come into my group. And because this person who's self-destructive likes to be the center of attention, he likes to be loud and he likes to be the center of attention. Well, this other person is the same way, and I think that that ruffled his feathers because he's no longer King Dingling. He's no longer the center of the conversation. And I think it pissed him off because this person hasn't done nothing to you. You don't have to date him, marry him, be intimate with him, hold his hand under the moonlight. So what you tripping off? Nobody else is reliable, and I didn't ask him. Drunk boy. I didn't ask him for help. I said, when you see so and so, can you give him my number because I'm trying to get to the shop or whatever. You gonna cop attitude? I bypassed him altogether. I don't know if he's smart enough to pick up on that, but I bypassed him altogether and I never asked him for help because I know he's not going to do it. Now, if his male friend asked him, oh, he would do it in a heartbeat. But he's one of those guys who sees women as a tunnel to jump inside of, but you're not a human being with emotions. You're not a human being with feelings. You are just something that's going to give me pleasure. You were designed for my pleasure. Other than that, you don't really serve a purpose. He's one of those. He's one of those. I've heard him objectify women in a very crass manner that was 1000% uncalled for. I didn't say a word, but I was kind of stunned that he said that. It was just totally gross. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, so I think he's jealous of the other guy because he's kind of stealing his thunder and he doesn't like that. He didn't do nothing to you personally, so I don't know why you're being a douchebag. And when you were sitting down talking to him today, y'all, three of y'all were talking, he didn't have a beef with him. He didn't say, why are you sitting at this table? I really don't want to talk to you. Look, he is lost. He's a satellite spinning in space with no way to anchor. He's just all over the place. And considering the fact that he's slamming his body with all these substances and he's self-destructive like crazy. Some people, I mean, those of us that are fixers, it's hard for us to imagine, but we have to remind ourselves that some people are self-destructive and that is the way they enjoy being. They like it. They enjoy it. They don't want you to stop them from running into the hurricane. They want to run into the hurricane, and if you try to stop them or the tornado, you try to stop them, they get mad at you. And here comes the insults or the snarky ass sarcastic comments that were 1000% not necessary. And like I said, I'm just remembering that all three of them were sitting at the table talking and laughing and having man talk, and everything was cool. And then I asked you to give him my number, so if I need to leave my car at a shop or something, I could get a ride wherever I need to go. And you talking derogatory about him? You didn't say nothing when y'all was sitting at the table laughing it up and talking and having a man thing going on. He didn't say nothing derogatory to him then. You know what? Some people want to be miserable. They don't want, how can I say? If you have goodness inside of you and they know that and they see that, and you have empathy, that is totally against how they feel about themselves. Oh, damn. Wow. To say it out loud is pretty deep. You've got goodness, you've got kindness, you've got empathy, and they don't like that because that is not how they feel about themselves. So here you come in this golden light with kindness and care, and they're like, you got 2 seconds to get out of my face. He hates himself. He hates himself. And again, he sees women as something that's fuckable. You're not a human being. Now, there are 2 women that are much older than him. He's tight with them, so they're allowed to have empathy towards his situation. I'm not. So that's cool. That's cool. I mean, whatever. But it just automatically brings me back to, this is why I curb my empathy, because it's not appreciated. 9 times out of 10, it's not appreciated or respected. If you care about him more than he cares about himself, he's bad. He's angry. He don't like that. He wants you to get out of his face. You're showing me that I should care about myself, and I don't. So get out of here. Don't remind me that I should love myself. Get away from me. Cool. Peace out. You don't have to worry about me ever again. If you have a medical issue at the, where we go, at the park, you better hope somebody else is there to help you, because I'm not going to break my neck to do it. I don't want to offend you. I don't want to be in your corner and offend you. So, and he has ended up with chest pain, and he is on medication. He had some kind of issue. I can't remember exactly. It was cardiac related. If you have an issue there, you're on your own. Because I'm not going to intervene no more, and I'm not going to show you no empathy, no goddamn more. You fall and break your leg or break your ass, that's on you. You want the other side, baby? You gonna get it. You want the icy cold side? That's what you gonna get. You better hope there's other people there who are welcome. They're welcome to help you, because I'm not, so I won't. You stupid. Because you never know who's going to be in your corner. I'm going to tell you, I'll give you a prime example, and I'm going to let you guys go. My friend had, back in the day before I knew him, he had an argument with one of his neighbors. I mean, it was a heated argument. I don't remember what it was about, but anyway. Come to find out, when he had surgery at the hospital, That same dude that he had verbal war with was his anesthesiologist. The world is a small place. And you got a habit of pissing people off. That ain't too fucking bright on your part, dummy. And my friend flatlined on the table. They had to blue bag him, where they basically have a bag with a mask on it and they have to basically breathe for you. He flatlined on the table, and that guy saved his life. The same guy that he had verbal war with. You never know. You may piss off the wrong person. Ya dodo. You don't think very well, do ya? You don't think at all. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. If something happens to him, he's on his own. I might give him his cell phone so he could call 911. Otherwise, I'm staying the hell out of it. You want to go? You want to act like a total ass? Let's do it. Checkmate, bitch. Checkmate. You want to see the other side of me? Ta-da! Here it is. Ugh. Can't stand some people. They're just evil for no goddamn reason other than they hate life. And I don't know what the hell his parents did to him to fuck his head up, but my God, he is just a real shit. He don't have a relationship with nobody. All his relationships failed. You're not really surprised, are you? Nobody's surprised by that. Anyway, y'all take care. Much love. I needed to vent a little bit. Either I punch him in the head or I vent. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, you guys take care. Bye.